It's morning again here on the mountain, and we are getting ready to put in the foundation for our tower. It will be a 100-foot tower going way up in the air there. There is the tower on the ground. And the tower is a Universal HD 8100, and as you see here, it has swivel on the bottom. So what we'll be able to do is raise and lower that tower by removing some of the bolts, and we're going to winch it up to the box there and be able to raise and lower it. It goes in there pretty deep. We got some steel in there that's going to be in the concrete, and we're going to be putting in some of the pink rebar we have laying over there. And that's fiberglass rebar. It doesn't rot like steel does. And we're going to go ahead and get this all completely framed out and order in the concrete truck. Okay, so we got the railroad tie in the hole. And coming up there, and that is where the winch will be. On top of that there, going towards the tower, which is over here. We got where our ladder is going to come up, brace there, and that is where the winch is going to go. Okay. And then we got our guide points. We got that one now leaning instead of straight like the other one, so it leans back a little bit, just like that one there. And next step will be the concrete pour. It's been a couple of interesting days here. We went out and got some steel. This here's a railroad tie, and we had welded on the end there, place for the winch. And then we also got some other steel. We're going to actually put that railroad tie right here into this hole, laying against the box. We're going to go up top, and about 2 feet up there is where the plate will be for the winch. Now that will have pressure on the side of the box, add the weight of the box itself to help support the tower that's going up here.
A man named Paul goes to a diner and orders some soup.
Still working on
When the waiter brings the
getting
soup,
everything
Paul
set up
says,
for the cement pour, which will be tomorrow morning.
To which the waiter replies,
and over here, we got some really big pieces of steel that are going to act as the guide points for the tower on the outside edges. And again, this tower doesn't require guide lines, but we're putting them in for extra added safety. As you see, this is being held up in place, and we got the tube in there. We're going to fill that with concrete, and that should hold our steel beam in place. And then that will be up at the top. There's a hole, and we actually have some equipment that'll be going up in there for the guide line over to the tower when the tower is raised up. We got the same thing going on over there with another pole. Seems a little bit straighter at this point in time. And I was talking about what was going to go on top of these are these here. This bolt will be inside the top of the steel, connected into this giant turnbuckle, which will be connected to the guide line up to the tower. Okay, so we got the railroad tie in the hole, and coming up there, and that is where the winch will be. On top of that there, going towards the tower, which is over here. We got where our ladder is going to come up, brace there, and that is where the winch is going to go. Okay. And then we got our guide points. We got that one now leaning instead of straight like the other one, so it leans back a little bit, just like that one there. And next step will be the concrete pour. Well, it started raining after we just poured the concrete. I'm a little soaked. My rain jacket's soaked. A little bit of water on my shirt there. But the problem is We just poured that concrete. Now it's getting all wet. We had a bunch of extra concrete, so we actually put in a sidewalk. You'll hear in a second. You'll see in a second. I'm going to venture out there a little bit. It is raining right now. And that is what we got going on right over there. Hold on, let me turn the camera around. Shit. If I can get the camera turned around. Alright, there we are. Getting a little wet out here. Getting some water on top there. Kind of need to change that a little bit so it doesn't get as wet. Alright, here we go. Concrete is poured. It's starting to set up pretty good. And the tower base seemed to work out okay. Then we transitioned with some extra concrete to a sidewalk. And it got rained on, so not all of it survived the nice textured look. It has a different textured look to it because it washed most of the concrete off the top. Exposed a lot of the stone. And that's kind of sandy. But here we are. We have the little sidewalk going all the way to the tower base. We got, of course, our guy supports on each side here. And we have that concreted in up there. You see the sidewalk goes all the way down to our existing little concrete pads in front of our door. And of course this goes around here. This is where we have that railroad tie cemented in. Going up there with our thingamabob. Okay, so as you see, the sun is starting to come out here, drying everything up. And I got the site cleaned up a bit. And we'll leave those forms on till tomorrow. Get those forms off, and then we'll see what we got.